11 governors from the People's Democratic Party have taken a bold legal step by dragging President Bola Tinubu before the Supreme Court, challenging the constitutionality of his decision to suspend a democratically elected government in Rivers State and impose emergency rule. This move follows the President's March 18 declaration of a state of emergency, which led to the suspension of Governor Simi Fubara, Deputy Governor Ngozi Odu, and all members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. In their place, President Tinubu appointed retired Vice Admiral Ibok Ite Ibas as the sole administrator to oversee the affairs of the state for an initial period of 6 months. The lawsuit, officially filed on Tuesday, is being brought before the Apex Court by the Attorneys General of 11 PDP-governed states: Adamawa, Enugu, Osun, Oyo, Bauchi, Akwa Ibom, Plateau, Delta, Taraba, Zamfara, and Bayelsa. The governors argue that the president's actions violate several critical sections of the 1999 Constitution, particularly those that protect democratic governance, state autonomy, and the principle of federalism. At the heart of the argument is whether the president has the constitutional authority to remove an elected governor, deputy governor, and state legislator and replace them with an unelected appointee, all under the pretext of a state of emergency. They also want the court to determine if the National Assembly's endorsement of these actions holds any legal weight under Nigerian law. The governors emphasize that such a precedent, if allowed, could pose a grave threat to the democratic foundation of the country. Despite earlier media reports claiming the suit had been filed, it was not until Tuesday that the Supreme Court confirmed the filing. Interestingly, sources from the Ministry of Justice revealed that the federal government has yet to be officially served with the court papers. However, they stated that they have already prepared a response and are closely monitoring the situation. This legal battle comes after weeks of public concern and internal consultations among PDP governors. It also follows comments from Bayelsa State Governor Duoye Diri, who had earlier avoided confirming any legal action but urged the federal government to reverse the emergency rule, reinstate the suspended governor, and seek peaceful reconciliation between the state executive and lawmakers. The implementations of this case are significant. If the Supreme Court rules in favor of the governors, it could reaffirm the limits of executive power and strengthen democratic institutions across Nigeria. However, a ruling in favor of the president could open the door to similar interventions in other states, especially in times of political crisis. As this legal shutdown between PDP governors and President Tinubu heads to the Supreme Court, it raises pressing questions about the balance of power and the sanctity of democratic institutions in Nigeria. But that's not the only courtroom battle making headlines. Another political storm is brewing as suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti takes her colleague to court over alleged defamation in a 5 billion naira lawsuit. Get the full details, what sparked this explosion claim, in the next video.